Kathy McAnally here from Bixby, Oklahoma. And I have a shop on Etsy. It's called R&R Woven Treasures. And I'm a hand weaver. I weave on this loom right here. And I have several things to talk to you tonight about. I want to talk to you about scarves in particular. I make scarves, and most of the scarves that I make are a thinner style. I like a thinner style because it doesn't fluff out and you don't have this bulk in front of you. I've seen some with, that almost don't have a neck because the scarf is covering up so much of that. And that's great for the north where it's cold, and you might have, if you're in Chicago, you might have a cold, windy day. We don't have that many. In fact, tomorrow it's supposed to be 60 degrees outside. It's kind of got a cold rain going tonight, but it's even up in the 40s tonight. So down here, we like to wear, or I like to wear, thinner scarves. Another thing that thinner scarves and scarves in general will help you with is, as we've eaten a lot during the Thanksgiving holidays, you might need to hide some extra weight, and a scarf can really help you camouflage that extra weight, especially with skinny pants. I wish this fad would be over. I'm not a particular fan of skinny pants, but okay, the scarf can hang down and help you hide some of those extra pounds that you might be carrying through the holidays because you ate your daughter's incredibly good chocolate cheesecake. Oh, it was good. So back to my scarves. I have one here that is a commercially made scarf, and you can see that it's made in a very loose weave. In fact, it's just plain weave. It'd be very easy to make this scarf. But one of the problems that you see is that, and I've had this a couple of years, I've worn it probably 2 years, but you can see that it has holes. And that's because I've caught some of the threads. Loose weave scarves, you can catch the threads pretty easily. I tried not to, but it can just happen. And you end up then trying to pull them back together in their original place, and I never can get them back in their original place. So although I still wear this scarf, I've still got even threads that have been broken and are hanging. That's one of the tinsel threads that's broken and hanging in it. So those type of scarves look great on the hanger, but they just don't wear that well. The scarf that I'm wearing is Tinsel. It can be washed in the washer on a delicate cycle. It is a lace weave structure, and you can see it's called Spot Bronson. You can see the little spots on it, and this is made out of Tinsel, which is a really nice substitute for silk. And I love this weave structure of the lace in a scarf. Another thing that I really like is a solid color, because I have a number of jackets that are multicolored, and so a solid color really helps blend in with the outfit. So I've got several solid colors here. Now this one that's here on top, that's turquoise, is silk. It is pure silk, and you can see that it is 2 years old, and it has worn very well. I have never laundered it because it is silk. I'd have to take it to the dry cleaner, and it's fairly expensive. I did it just to say that I'd done a silk piece, but really once I did that, I decided that bamboo was the best fiber for me. It's affordable, and it has that great shine and great quality. It feels, there's really not that much difference between the feel of these two. I wish you could feel it. And you can see the lace structure in the bamboo that I've got here. This one is 10 inches wide. One of the advantages to weaving is that you can make your scarves as wide as you want to. You make them all the way up to a pashmina, which is usually around 30 inches wide. This one's 10 inches wide. You can make a shawl that's 20 inches wide. Any width can be made, as well as any length. If you're 6'2", you might need a longer scarf. And if you're 5'2", you don't want it dragging the ground, so you might need a shorter scarf. You can ask for long fringe, short fringe, no fringe. We can hem it. We can even sew it together and make an infinity scarf. I don't have one to show you right now, but that would be a possibility. So if you're interested in thinner scarves, and you can wear them anytime, give us a call. Here's another type of scarf that we have. This is a twill, and it has a real fancy pattern. So if I was wearing this, I might choose a solid colored outfit. And you can see that it also has a very intricate pattern. The other side is a little bit darker. That's the same anytime you have two threads. This has a rust colored thread with this gold colored thread. Anytime you have two threads, you'll have one side that is predominantly, in this case, gold, and one side that's predominantly, in this case, the rust color. Another one that I have here is green, and it's also a twill, and it's a green on green, so it has a light green on this evergreen, dark green. And you can see also that it has two sides to it. One side is darker than the other. You can also see that the thickness of these is substantially thick. You know, you'll get some warmth out of this. And you can see that it has a lovely drape when you take these bamboo scarves and you can tie them up. They're going to look just great. The knot won't be as bulky as it would be with a wool or some type of yarn. The next one I have is a even thinner. We can go down to this size thin. These two are made of thinner, both of them are bamboo. This is a crackle pattern, and you can see that it's a really interesting pattern, the same basically on both sides. I like this crackle pattern. In fact, I like that shawl. I may have had to put that one aside for me. This is a black and silver, and you can see that it's a really thin. It's a little different on one side than the other, but you really can't tell that much difference. So these are the some of the things that we can make in hand weaving, and you can see that they really offer a much different feel than a commercially made one. This one that I have on is 2 years old, and it's been worn a lot, and actually an awful lot, because it goes with a couple of my jackets for the fall. And you can see that there's no pulled threads on it, that it has withstood, and even the glass beads on the bottom, I did that so that I could see if they would stand the test of time, and they have done real well. So we can add glass beads on the bottom if that's what you want. I have a listing for scarves so that you can order exactly what you want in the color that you like. So you can select your color, you can select your width, you can select your length, and you can even select weave structure. And I do that for a lot of the weaving projects that we have here, rugs and other items where the customer can select what they like. That's about what I had here for tonight's video at R&R Woven Treasures here in Bixby, Oklahoma. And I wish you a good night and hope your holiday season and the upcoming Christmas season is just as joyous and as prosperous as we can have here in these states. Thank you.